Yep, it's recording.
All right, we're back and open and discussion and possible action.
I would move we go ahead with the agreement that we have reached and go ahead with the epoxy system for the $49,999.
Second.
Motion and a second to accept the change order, right, for
$49,999.
$49,499.
So we're gonna waive the liquidated damages that have accrued to this point, and we're not gonna require any bonding on the additional work. So it's not gonna be part of the performance bond, is that correct?
Correct. It's not under the performance bond. However, the work would be warranted
By,
by this Maypie company. The PSI is the company that's contracted to do this work, that we subbed out to do that, is certified in installing the Maypie system. And Maypie sends out somebody to check to make sure the work was done properly prior to the installation of the flooring. They have to be warranted, certified to use the product, and then it's verified before it's released. That's what helps maintain that warranty.
Any further discussion?
Why can't the contractor pay for the guaranteed bond?
it's 2%, right?
Well, by voluntarily deducting the $59,0850, I mean, if you wanted to include that in a way, they are, but it's gonna add on to the $49,999 cost.
That's not what I said. It's not added on, it's an expense.
2%, you're looking at about $1,000.
And this is unfortunate, but if it was our money or anyone else's money, we wouldn't be voting to approve this.
It is money. Any other comments before we vote? Discussion? And, question to accept the change order of $49,499. $49,999.
Yeah.
Thank you. And my roll call, all those in favor say aye.
Okay, Alderperson Cook,
Aye.
Marsh,
No.
Tolman,
No.
Miller,
Yes.
Bauman. Aye. Boyce,
No.
Newcomer.
No.
Okay, motion fails.
Ayes are here, 3, those are 4, and motion fails. All right.
Let me know, Jeff, when you are going to leave the meeting. You're leaving now? Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Any other action at this point? Any guidance to the attorney? Open business discussion and possible action. Any other action?
You're on the flooring question still, right?
Yeah.
You're still on the flooring issue?
Yes.
Oh. I need to get Jeff back on the line, I'm sorry.
No, just are we doing any further action? We're just gonna sit and do nothing. I mean, we're gonna advise the attorney to do something at this
The only
point.
thing that I would recommend is again, we look at getting an expert. And maybe we can bring costs back and see how much that would be. I have to find someone.
Wouldn't it make more sense to reach out to the surety company and to wait for a response?
We could do that as well. The surety is going to talk with experts that either side has, if they have them. They're not necessarily gonna get their own expert if they don't want to. They may just jump to a conclusion one way or the other, or they can hire their expert, I mean, we can see what happens.
But I mean, we haven't declared default yet, we've declared our intention to default. So we
Correct.
still have contractual obligations within the performance bond to follow and execute. And then they have contractual obligations as well that govern the response.
Yeah,
They have to be in writing to us,
They're
right?
gonna investigate, because there's no obligation in that bond that says either one of us have to hire an expert.
Forget about the expert.
Yeah, isn't the next step just going back to them and saying, we're not accepting this, and see where it goes from there?
That could be a yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, you know, the next step.
Yeah.
So minus getting anybody to,
I wouldn't get anyone at this point, I would just go back to them and say, this is where we are, just our decision, and see what they say.
Alright. Consensus to, for you to follow up on that then. Okay,
Well, it should be something more concrete than just follow up. I think it should be, at the last meeting, we asked for some very specific action, and it was taken. And I don't think it would be wise to just do nothing at this point.
What can we do? Isn't it kind of insured these things now?
Well,
That's what,
I think we should follow our contractual obligations under the performance bond and take the steps necessary to make sure that we're in compliance with those. And I don't have it in front of me, but I'm reasonably certain that it requires a written notice of actual default. And then they have an obligation to respond to us, so perhaps, and it's within a very specific time frame. So if we can take, rather than say, reach out to them, I would propose declare default.
well, again, my recommendation would be get an expert to say that it's their fault before we declare fault.
So your recommendation is to get an RFP to get an expert, because obviously we need to know the cost of that before
Yes.
we approve that.
Yes. And in the meantime, we're gonna tell the surety that we're not accepting this, that we didn't accept the change order. That's gonna start their process, then they're gonna do their investigation. I would assume they would start their investigation, maybe they're gonna wait to us for to declare the default.
I don't think they have any obligation to do anything until we declare default.
seems that that's the route we're on, why don't we just do that then? I mean, versus us spending money to try to determine.
Cause do they have any timeline? I mean, I'm sure they're not in any hurry, cause they know we want people back in there, storage, I mean, these things are displays. If they just drag their feet in order to force us to not give up.
if we declare default, there'll be a time frame at least that's part of the agreement for them to respond by, and you know, they will respond with one of the options that's available to them.
Consensus to default? Hearing no objections, then
Right?
move that way.
Should we have a vote on that, do you think?
It's gonna result in a tie.
I don't think so, we didn't have any
Okay.
objections to
We
that.
have to break the tie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mayor could vote the tie.
We got general consensus, we didn't have any objections to it, we can move forward with that.
Okay,
Right.
general consensus to declare default.
No objections. All right, moving on, any correction of minutes?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honorable Mayor.
Presentation of petitions and communications.
None this evening, Your Honorable Mayor.
All right, first item under, this is by mayor, is to appoint Jim Rindy to fulfill the unexpired term of Sherry Schaefer on the Board of Park and Recreation Commissioners to end on April 17, 2017. Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve Ray Rindy to the unexpired term of Sherry Schaefer. On the park board, any other discussion? By voice vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries unanimous. Number 2 is continuing discussion of feasibility and creation of a community development authority with possible action on direction. And which one was that?
It's just stuff we've already seen before, so yeah, there's no have to do that. It's just on the first one there.